fight.
What do you think about the fight?
It's a good fight. Good fight. Good fight. Excellent fight.
Leonard, what you make of the stoppage? That was kind of hard, right?
Yeah.
Well, it looked like he was frustrated, but you had a better vantage point.
You gotta make that fight, Leonard.
What did it look like to you?
You gotta make that fight.
Yeah, I couldn't really see. Yeah, it was clear. What?
Make that bud fight, spot an arrow. Spot an arrow.
What's up, man? You good? All right, everything good.
Yeah? How'd you have it before that?
It was a good fight. It was a good fight. I wasn't really keeping scoring around.
Were you impressed?
It was a good fight. It was a good fight. Good fight.
I get a picture.
What did you think about the performance?
Spectacular. Uppercut set up by a lot of hooks. Uppercut set up by a lot of hooks and timing and patience. That's why I like watching Crawford.
It was a close fight, but Porter was landing some shots. And good fight.
How does Spence do against Bud? What it look like?
It was a good fight, man. A good fight.
That's Big
Really
Raleigh
good fight.
right there. That's Big Raleigh. Big Raleigh.
Now that's what a pound for pound does. Effectively,
What'd you make of the stoppage?
All right. Performance of Crawford. Was good?
very good fight.
Was it these fights? It's two of these fights. Can you get your thoughts real quick on the fight?
Man, that was an epic fight. You know, I'm not too sure about the stoppage, but you know, with the father-son relationship, you gotta understand, you gotta respect the dad's decision. Overall, I mean, Crawford really showed that he's the best. You know, he really did. He went out there, he did his thing. Either if it was lack of preparation or whatever, Crawford, you can't take that away from him. He did his thing out there and he made it. You know, big shout out to Porter though. He stuck in there the entire time. Crawford just like that.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Again, man.
Keyshawn, can I get your thoughts real quick? Your thoughts on the fight?
Man, I said it 9 to 10 rounds. Terence Crawford did it again. Y'all might as well start marking this man down as the greatest boxer, one of the greatest welterweights of all time. Stop playing with him. Terence Bud Crawford, man.
Does he beat Spence?
Hell yeah, he beat Spence. I love Spence. But he beat Spence. He beat Spence. They need to make that fight happen. Spence ain't here for no reason.
Right, nigga. This is real family. Family, nigga. Tell that nigga. Back up, nigga.
Shit wasn't recorded.
About the fight.
Hey, he a bad motherfucker.
Easy work.
Hey, he wanted to go.
Easy work.
Whoever won it.
Right.
Whoever won it. I want Valdez. Valdez don't want me.
Let's go, boy. This is different. Right. Hey. Right.
Talk to him, Bernie.
Man, we beat the daylight out of him, did we?
Talk to him.
Good work, though, Shawn Porter. He fought a hell of a fight.
Sorry, guys. I gotta go to work. I gotta go to work.
Sorry. Come on, man. Get here. All right, you ready? All right, there we go.
My guys.
All right, man. Greatness, man.
What's up, baby?
Can we talk to them?
Yeah, we can talk. Okay, what'd you say?
What you thought about the performance?
It was a good performance. I mean, we could have done some different things. You know what I'm saying? We could have been a little tighter. Hey, baby. We could have been a little bit tighter with some stuff and been first a little bit more. You know what I mean? But overall, you know, with a guy like Shawn Porter, you know, he's gonna be tough. He's gonna be awkward. He's strong. You know what I mean? That motherfucker just comes to fight. You know, he give everybody a hard time. So we knew we had to go through a little adversity to get him. We knew we was gonna have to do that.
And I guess lastly, just seeing that Spence was here, obviously, just wanting to see that fight himself.
Yeah.
Is that the fight that you guys want next?
I mean, shit, we gotta figure out what we gonna do here from here on out. You know what I mean? You know, as far as I know, this maybe the last contractual thing. I don't know if this is the last contractual fight. I think. You know what I mean? But we gotta go back to the drawing board, figure it out, talk to top rank, talk to everybody. You know what I mean? And see what's on next on the agenda. But me personally, I love that fight because that's a legacy-defining fight. He's also the unified champion, and I think that would be a great clash of styles and a big fight.
And lastly, you know, because you guys put on Omaha on the map. Always, how big is the win for Shawn Porter for Omaha tonight? Everyone back home.
Man, shout out to Omaha, Nebraska, man. It's a huge win for Omaha. It's a huge win for us. You know what I mean? We stopped him. You know what I mean? He ain't never been stopped. He never been beat convincingly that way. And, you know, it's big, man. And I got a lot of respect for Shawn Porter and Kenny Porter, Barry Hunter, Boogie. Man, those guys are family, man, for real, to be honest, you know. So it was good thing to share the ring with them, you know what I mean? And, you know, we're going to get together after this and, you know, do our thing as coaches, you know what I'm saying? So
Awesome. Thank you so much, Brad. I'll see you in the post.
no doubt.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right.
Hey, Bob. What a great fight. Just overall your
Terrific
thoughts.
fight. What?
Just overall your thoughts on how it played out.
It was just Porter's a hell of a fighter, and he's a really tough guy to fight. And Terence just has a tremendous skill set that gave him the extra oomph at the end to knock him out. He was ahead on the scorecards, but it was a really interesting fight. But you know, Terence was going to get to him at a certain point because he's the crisper, harder punch.
What do you think made the difference in the fight? A lot of rounds were pretty close.
Well, I think Terence has the better skill set. Porter is a very courageous guy, and he's very strong, but Terence is the better boxer.
In terms of the future, we saw Errol Spence in the crowd. He was watching the fight. How likely is it that we get that? Are you going to give Al a call and see if that fight can be made?
I certainly will.
How likely do you think?
I have no idea. From Terence's side, he'd love to do the fight.
So I know you mentioned earlier in the week that the plan could be Josh Taylor next.
Well, that's a possibility also. You always have to have options.
Is there another way I can go?
Taylor was here tonight.
What do you make of that fight with Taylor?
It's a good fight. Taylor's a hell of a fighter.
Thank you, Bob.
What's that?
My bad.
Hey, Josh. You're bad, bro. Josh, you're bad.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, Josh,
Hey, man.
real quick.
You be Ramirez?
Hey, Josh. Josh, can I just get your thoughts real quick?
Yeah.
Coach Davison, you want to react?
On the wall.
You said he's fighting on TV here with Coach Davison. Coach,
Hey, Josh.
your reaction? You just saw Crawford
Hey,
stop
Josh.
Porter.
Hey, I know that's the fight that you want next.
No, I've got my own fight to focus on first, which is Jack Catterall, my mandatory BO. So WBO mandatory.
Of course.
So I've got that to focus on first, which is big business and big fight. So yeah, I'm focusing on that, not even thinking about this.
But just your overall thoughts on the performance, though, seeing that you're.
Thought it was brilliant. I thought Crawford was amazing. You know, he kind of played out the way I thought it. He kept nice and calm under the pressure. You know, weathered the storm and started picking Porter off as he was coming in and rushing in. So yeah, great performance.
And lastly, just seeing that Spence was here. You know, do you think Crawford would be the best welterweight after a performance?
I think
like
I've always said that Crawford's the best in the welterweight division. So yeah, I think he's the best in the weight class. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for always giving time, Josh.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
They don't understand where the money comes from. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you know, when you're talking about bigger fights, they have to make sense. And I had some dialogue with Bruce Trampler about this, and he was spot on. He said, if there's a match that makes sense for both companies, you'll make it. If not, then you got to get to that point. They like this is what I'm saying. The old man, he telling everybody, see, y'all just don't know how it go. Like some of the fighters say one thing, but the business is gonna say something totally different. You heard Arum on the record the other day. He was saying, "Oh, I'm not paying that kind of money." But the fighter's saying, "Oh, we fighting in February or March." It don't work like that. That's what I'm saying. And see, fighters are fight. Just don't sometimes align with that. You know what I'm saying? And it just has to make sense.
Yeah, it was like said in the conference call when someone asked about in the 4 weeks, and you were like, easily dismissing.
Yeah, because the guy, he was just running his mouth.
Yeah.
It's all a front. It's all a front for the fans. You know, goddamn well you can't make no fight. You can't go from A to Z, and just flip it out.
Yeah, you ain't gonna come up with $2.5 or $3 million for at least both of those fighters, just like that.
Tank makes more money than everybody.
Yeah.
Tank makes more money than everybody. But you got to understand that it's like he makes a lot of money too.
Right.
So they have no clue the millions of dollars that it takes to market an event. Millions of dollars. But you can just flip them out. Come on, man. It's got to make sense.
Millions to promote, get the sponsors and all that.
All of the above. All of the above. All of the above. But again, that's why, people have their jobs and we have our jobs, and it has to make sense. And more importantly is that my responsibility is to my fighters first and foremost, to get them the biggest and best there is.
Right.
And everything else comes behind that.
Gotcha. Thanks.
And Leonard, I just have one quick question. Just I saw Tank, but I couldn't ask him what his thoughts on the fight. Did you get to talk to him on that fight? Or?
About the fight? No, we didn't. Yeah, we talking about shit we got to do this week.
Of course, Tuesday, the media workout.
Yeah, we got media day.
We're always there. But I just wanted to know if you had an opinion. Thank you.
Yeah.
How you doing? You good?
Good, bro. Just want your immediate reaction to the Crawford Porter fight.
Yeah,
make it simple.
Brilliant fight. I felt like it was a matter of time before.
What was that?
I'm being hunted. I've got a bounty hunter on me.
Okay.
I felt like it was a matter of time before Crawford. What happened. Felt like Shawn Porter's transitions through distances were pretty reckless. And as fatigue kicked in and the more time they spent in the ring together, Crawford would adjust to that, his timing and his rhythm. So I understand Kenny Porter's decision there, although it's slightly premature. Fully understand, and I feel like he understands that it was probably going to get worse from there on because of the reasons that I just gave there. So.
And then last question, Spence was here. Does Crawford edge Spence in the fight after a performance like that tonight?
That's what we all want to see, isn't it? So we'll have to wait and see.
Awesome, thank you. Appreciate the time.
Somebody just told me that it was Kenny Porter that stopped it. But whoever stopped it, it was the right decision because you wouldn't want Porter, who's such a great kid and who fought such a great fight, to get hurt.
All the judges had Crawford up, but ringside, listening to the audience and some of my colleagues, some people had Porter up, and not knowing whether or not he could have finished the fight. Do you believe that a rematch might be warranted?
Nobody had Porter up after the 2 knockdowns because that's a 10-7 round. Now before, it was a close fight, and I could see maybe somebody had Porter up by a round or something like that. But after the 2 knockdowns, it now 3 points. That's a lot of points. And there was about to be another point because he was about to get knocked down again.
Would you regard this as Crawford's most difficult fight?
Probably yes. His most difficult fight because I think Porter is the best fighter at welterweight or at any fight, any junior welterweight that Terence has fought.
And lastly, if I could just ask you about Tyson Fury, who everybody is waiting to find out what his final decision is. Where is he on making a choice for his next fight and the negotiations for that?
I keep telling everybody, Ronnie, it's not Tyson Fury. It's up to Joshua. Joshua has a contract for a rematch with Usyk. If Joshua agrees to step aside Fury and Usyk will fight. If Joshua, who legally has a contract for a rematch, decides he wants the rematch with Usyk, then Fury will look around for another opponent. And since I think everybody wants him to fight his next fight in the UK, it would be either Dylan White or Joe Joyce in end of February or March in the UK.
Have you put any offer to Joshua to step aside? Is there any talks on that regard?
No comment.
Radio Raheem with the chairman, Bob Arum.
You know, only those that were took but I had to talk to Mighty Mo. You know?
Yes, sir.
I appreciate the time. And,
Thank you.
I just wanted to start off with something just off the performance that the stablemate Bud has performed.
It was a good fight, man. I thought he gonna stop him sooner. Probably like round 8, but man, Shawn Porter, one of the best guys out there right now. He come to fight, he don't back down. He done fought everybody, Keith Thurman, Earl Spence. He's one of the best, But I just thought, Crawford had more skills, we're just gonna stop him,
Now, overall, you've been in, fighters of all different types of caliber.
Right.
You train with multiple different fighters. Just overall, what's different and why you praise him so high?
Man, I love it, man. When I go down to camp, I go down to work out, he already in the gym. I went down to Nebraska, I want to say July, August. And he's already in the gym. No fight coming up, sweating, fight shape, just ready, he's competitive. Man. He tried to compete in anything. We're playing basketball, chess, sprints. He's gonna be number one in anything he do. A guy like that, man, I take my hat out to him, man. He's always ready. Gonna be number one in anything he does.
And of course, I'll never ask you the Bud Spence question that's been asked a million times. Obviously, the fans don't know. You're good friends with both. But overall, just the performance that he did tonight, would you just, by ranking, where would you place Bud and Spence, number 1 and number 2, if you could? If not, it's understandable.
I'll do it. Spence got 2 belts, right? But Bud, overall, Bud had a belt at 135 weight class. 140, he had all the belts. He got a belt at 147. I say he had a better resume, so I would have to lean towards Bud, just because he had belts in different weight class.
Just kind of switching to someone that I thought you had a tremendous performance against was, I'm sure you've been asked all day about Virgil Ortiz. And this performance obviously just put Bud even further from Ortiz from many people that I've talked to. But do you think Ortiz would be ready after seeing Bud? You said he wasn't before, but today.
Virgil Ortiz is a good fighter. He's a hell of a fighter. I just don't want them to rush him, just hurry up, try to throw me in there. Let him get like 2 or 3 more fights. Let him take his time. He gonna run the weight class at 147. Just don't rush him. Don't run the kid. He gonna take over 147. And then Bud get done or any tough guys. Just don't rush Virgil. Let him take his time. He still learn. Let him get back there, work on his defense. He get hit a lot. Just stuff like that. Let him, he got hit by me. I come from 140. My first fight 147. Maybe he get hit by a real 147. And then we, just don't rush him. He gonna be great.
How would you rate the power between the two? Like if there was a skill.
Virgil, I knew he had power, but I know when it's coming. Everything he throw, it be hard. Bud more sneaky with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he more sneaky with it. He pick his shots. But Virgil, he pretty strong, but I have to go with Bud.
Okay, and if I wanted to ask with you, because you had an amazing performance with Ortiz, seeing that you were a smaller fighter coming up. Well, I don't know. I guess it's due to opinion, but what's going to be next coming up for you? Because the division is hot, whatever division you're in.
Right now, I don't know. I hope I fight in January or February. And I want to fight the best out there. I want the toughest guy out there. Because to be the best, you got to beat the best. And I want the best out there. Show everybody I'm still here and I'm still dangerous.
And then that's assuming 147 because of or is 140 still an option?
It's still an option. I just need me I got a good team. 147 is still an option.
And then, going back to camp in Omaha and things like that, how's all the other stablemates and stuff like you guys still have a really good time hanging out around there?
Oh yeah, every time I go to camp, it's being around family. We always push each other. We there to help each other, you know. And I'm ready to go to camp with my team, my family. I'll be there soon, and next week I'll be back in camp.
And before I let you guys, just wanted to get a couple opinions on some future fights coming up.
Right.
There's a potential Canelo moving up with some problems.
Right.
And just wanted to get your thoughts on that overall fight.
I don't even know the dude he's finna fight, but I would say Canelo. He's the man right now in boxing. He's the face of boxing right now. I would go Canelo, man. I mean, he's doing his thing. He got belts in different weight classes, you know. You gotta respect a guy like that.
Is it a more preferred fight that you like some people said Charlo, David, or Beterbiev?
Right now, I think, to be honest, I don't think nobody can beat Canelo right now. I don't care who he fight. But right now, he just taking over boxing. You know, he's just taking over. You know, ain't too much I can say about him, man. He's just taking over.
Okay. And then my final couple questions is, you got the Devin Haney and Jojo Diaz fight coming up.
I would say Devin Haney, he had better skills, move around the ring. He the better boxer. We know JoJo will come straight for a fighter, you know, but you never know. You know, one punch could change the whole fight, so it'll be a good one.
And lastly, Devontae Davis and Isaac Cruz is coming up.
I really haven't watched Cruz that much, so I'm leaning towards Devontae Davis just because of the power.
Awesome. What social media for champs?
Maurice Mighty Mo Hooker. Find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and
Awesome. Thank you.
How the fuck would I know if it would discourage him or encourage him? I mean, you got to ask him. I mean, that's or left. Okay, but again, whether he wants to fight Terence or not, that's up to him and Al. I'll certainly talk to Al about a possible putting them together.
It's really, I mean, can you make the case? I think a lot of us can. That's the best fight that the welterweight division can make.
Well, no, I think the fight I want to see, I would like to see, is Terence and Josh Taylor. Two of the fighters, one currently and one previously, who were undisputed in their weight class.
For so long, I mean, we've talked about it at length. You've struggled with, what Terence can bring in regards to butts to the seats, eyes to the TV. He delivered tonight, didn't he? I mean,
it would seem to me that there was nobody left in Omaha this weekend. That Omaha came here.
Bob, do you believe that fight that Porter and Crawford and Taylor is as lucrative as Spence Crawford?
I think it's more because of the UK. Taylor is huge in the UK. So is Crawford. We can do 70,000 seats and do probably 1.5 million, 2 million pay-per-view, and put it at an hour where we could still do pay-per-view over here in the United States. So I haven't penciled it out completely, but I think the most lucrative fight for Terence would be Josh Taylor.
Well, I know they just got out of the ring, but can you speak to how you move forward with Terence here with his contract?
Tommy Hearns was in the ring. I never had a contract with Hearns more than one fight. Never had a contract with Leonard more than one fight. Hagler, maybe 2 fights. But never long-term contract. We never had long-term contract. If somebody comes and offers Terence a deal for a lot more money, he'd be a fool not to take it. But we think we can produce the best fight for him. It's got nothing to do with personalities or anything. We know when we put a fight on, the fighters get treated well, they're taken care of. But other people can do that also. So again, Terence will, if he's smart, which I believe he is, will look at all the offers and see what's the best way to go.
Would you be surprised if he went to the PBC? Would that surprise you?
I think it would be stupid for the PBC.
Why?
Look, you have to understand the economics of the business. The pay-per-view business being done by the cable systems and the satellite providers is in the toilet. Right. The business, the big business, as proven by the UFC, by tonight, by the Tyson Fury fight is being done by ESPN Plus. And we have a contract with ESPN that nobody can put a fight on ESPN Plus except Top Rank. So now if they want to go and do a fight without Top Rank and without ESPN, that's up to them. But I think it would be really foolish for them to do it, for everybody.
With Canelo, they were still able to get to 800,000 pay-per-view.
They said they didn't go close to that. And also, there's a lot of other elements in what the expenses are and so forth.
Bob, I know you said that Josh Taylor would be the most lucrative fight for Terence Crawford, but do you believe it would be more difficult than Arum?
Difficult fight?
Yeah.
Which fight do you think? I think you got to ask Bomac that.
Yeah, I mean, look, you've talked to go back to the ESPN thing. You've said this before. Didn't the ESPN thing sort of dictate that this fight ended up on ESPN, right? I mean, because
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Oh, and also put in important. It was such a good event and such a good fight that for the next 4 days, anybody wanting to see it can buy it on ESPN Plus at the same price as it was tonight. See, that gives us the flexibility of picking up a lot of additional buys.
Where's just, so just talking counter-punching, where's Crawford ranked that you've seen? Is he one of the best counter-punchers you've seen, Bob?
Yeah, he's one of the best fighters around today, but then Tommy gets in the ring, and I'll be talking to Ray tomorrow. I mean, they was pretty good counter-punches and pretty good welterweights.
Bob, in your head, how did you have the fight going into the 10th round?
I had a close, but I had Terence ahead by a couple of points. But again, once there's 2 knockdowns, that really makes it impossible for Porter to win.
He's the one who said, like, I'm going to talk after the fight's over. Has there been any conversations about the future of this relationship between Crawford and Crawford?
No.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Everybody wait.
I'm just hanging out. I got you. Okay.
The champ. Never got a chance to get your reaction to the fight.
Great fight. Like I said on my tweet, the fight was close. Either way you looked at it, but at the end of the day, Terence did what he had to do and close the show. But take nothing from Shawn. I said it before. Shawn's always going to be a tough outing for anybody. But like I said, Bud, he stepped it up and did what no one's ever done before, which is stop him. But I wish Shawn nothing but love and success. Whatever he does in his future, I know he announced his retirement, and I hope that Bud gets the bigger fights that he's asking for now.
Awesome. Thank you.
You got it.
That's right. Northside, stand up, baby. It was a coronation.
Dynamite and destruction.
Dynamite and destruction. All that's true.
Hey, this guy you need to interview right here. Interview him. Arena that I've been to, showdown.
Just reaction.
You say what now?
Just a quiet reaction. I know you're doing it. You can't be loud like Bernie. Your reaction to the fight?
Oh man, like a lot of people say, oh, I called the fight, but I literally I got receipts where people hit me up and be like, man, I want to bet. What round do you think Bud gonna stop him, man? And I tell him the 10th round. His performance though, he was more relaxed. He
he wasn't really worried about, you know, winning on points. I think he was just looking. He was looking to stop him. You know, because a lot of rounds, Bud could have threw a lot of more punches and did a lot of more stuff, but he seen that he had him handled. He had him handled. He had a fight in his hand, so sitting back and he was waiting. And once he seen the opening, he went for it.
Someone just up there for fast. What's next for you?
Man, for me, we're talking about March.
Okay.
March of 2022. I'm back in the gym. I did training camp with Bud. Feeling good, man. Sparring looking great. Just get my weight down, get my stamina back up so I get them 10, 12 rounds in. And I'm looking at March.
Awesome. For the time, you know, represent Omaha too.
Yes, sir.
Down here. How would you assess Terrence's performance out of 10 tonight? It'd be a great.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Yep.
Hey, Bo, just real quick, I just wanted to get
no questions.
No love?
I'm going, finna go home.
No love? No love for the reaction? Just want to get your thoughts.
Great performance.
You know we got love for Omaha?
Yes, sir.
That's right. Is there somebody you want maybe ringside?
Thank you, guys. We gotta go.
Terence Crawford.
My boy Radio Raheem.
Sean announced his retirement. What do you want to say about it?
I wish him the best. You know, that's my brother. Where's my mom and them? Where everybody at? You know,
But can you give Bob a birthday shout out? That's the only thing he wants. He turned 90.
happy birthday, Bob. You know what I mean? I wish you the best. You know what I mean?
Is there anything that you want from a top-ranked contract that you have to have signed again?
He's getting in the car.
$20 million signing bonus. Get in the car, man. Come on.
Good. That hour?
I'm gonna sit in the front.
1 hour?
You deserve
You sit right here. Bernie.
Good. Now.
It's a lot of shit.
I'm walking.
Bo's getting out.
Scoot over.
Where y'all going?
There's too many people on here. Where y'all going? Don't touch me there. That's going on somewhere. It's my private car.
Yeah, you with the family.
1 hour, no good.
Meet me at my room. Okay. Hey, at my room.
We're good.
Yeah.
Okay.